sure is dark out.
Fabube, muk kofar.
Out?
Muk bebuk.
You've beaten a path where you have the power to destroy or save everyone. Question is,
Cantita duela bofo.
he can sense that your heart beats steadily and acknowledges that the best way to fight
Ayamu aya.
thinks it's important that you remember who you are and where you came from. Someone without knowledge of their history.
Yatu yao mawa.
He promises he'll be there for you. Just come talk to him beneath the tree if you're feeling lost.
Yatu yao mawa.
Out of Date says there's a time for everything. And now there's no...
Miami.
Think of the present, because that's where you are. It's time to set your...
Yowotulua.
If you continue to do...
Ya yumawa.
If the world really does end, there won't be anywhere to run.
Yuba tuluwawa.
He hopes...
Atu wamawa.
Out of Date says there's no clear record of the chain of events that changed the course of history and brought... He's found evidence on the Ark, records of a crisis, decades of contamination. The contamination disrupted what we now know as key energy. He's been told it was only those that changed. He understands you are curious about the ship at the foot of the tree. He says it surfaced when... The Ark predates the back-in days, and now, after years of study of the manuals he found inside, the Ark has room for 4 more, and he trusts you'll apply wisdom to your compassion. He'll keep the seats open, and you are free to invite... Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been... He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his... Out of Date says that even though he's unsure about your intentions, he hopes you'll support Goop. He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Goop and making sure he gets what he needs is up to you. That's the sound of impending doom. Out of Date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true. The Porkypuff needs to be handled. Out of Date says that Goop is worried now that the Southeast World Eater... He explains that Goop is working on a goo-gliding vessel in order to... Out of Date suggests that you should head southeast as far... He wonders what's on your mind. He says... He wonders what...
Irwa.
Don't flinch away from this. It's your moment. You need to focus. That there's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there. Every day is a new chance to fulfill your destiny. Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he... Goop says you were always so righteous as a child, and he...
What?
Goop says memories fade surprisingly fast. We are all pieces. He knows he's easy to remember. There's no one out there as cuckoo as him. He understands you've returned to face Lupa-Lupin. That's the destiny you've been carrying within you. He says that the catastrophe back then didn't vanquish the good in you. Now the time has come for you to remember and act. Your life is your life. He thinks that's the right thing.
The light shines on!
Better isn't the word I would use.
Right, not better. Best.
You're the worst.
The worst of being the worst.
Can hardly believe the world is going to make it. Wonders what that's going to do to the goo. Thanks you for doing everything you could to de-goop the surf. Thinks them... But hey, back to the goo. Knows yesterday is already gone. It's what you do today. He can't leave the Subnautica Station as the pollution has worn down the... You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the goo glide strong enough to fight the Porky Puff. It's not... The light of day shows how bad the world has become. and slash. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Pick your path carefully by whatever you can see. Clonkety-clonk. The Tree of Life. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. He's got the goo glide functional. you'll have a pull hook and a salvage net, but no... Goop says Gizmo's devised a cannon for the goo glide, but instead of bullets, it flips quacks. Squeaky distractions for the triple attentive porky puff, which will give you the best way to this means he only knows what's visible to the naked eye. Gulp is not much of a babbler and mostly keeps to himself and his... Let's see. It's a fine ride. Lots of notices on the board for things that made sense in the days when the surf was a lot cleaner. Interesting to see what... In the old days, this was... They made... You... You're poking around Pokbur, a prime village. Says the tribe's Sifu sent them here to... As if the... The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. Says there's no reason to let you in on where it is. Says there's no reason to make threats. Would have told you about it sooner or later. It's not... Sparkles about how brilliant it is to have someone like you that shares both genetics and karma in the myriad says the Sifu are... And you don't even have to feed it. This here is the Sinky Dink, home of Gulp, at the very least. Let's see.
Fairy tale.
What? He's pretty sure he's heard of you before, although the details are maybe a little hazy. He wonders if you have something for him to drink. Guesses he does, but it's a long life in a wild world. Says you look like you've got a powerful thirst. Wonders if you could take the time to help a man slake his own thirst. Either way, says life's like a mystery drink. Sometimes it's amazing. Wants to raise a glass to you getting the world. Respect. Sees why you joined up with the myriad. They says he sells them drinks. Without a drink and radium syrup. The drink helps him forget the state the world is in, but it only lasts until tomorrow. The world is still doomed, even if the sun goes up. Figures he wants you to know he has other interests too. He's the Surfipelago's self-proclaimed. There are other ways than a cold drink to relieve. Watching Pippi's flap his says he read that in an old world book. It means you're... Good work, Captain. The Quack Hollow. It's just loonly. Leave that ride. Ring up those rungs. The world is full of secrets waiting to be uncovered. That's not opening on its own. Slash and dash. This thing can make it rain bullets. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current. We're all heroes of our own stories, or so we hope. Give it some gas.
Ei was laten we maar fijn onafijn.
Gamanu Gilolan. Down and
He's not in a state to go looking, so he's counting. Thinks you're not the only one who... What will we do? Gulp says he didn't expect to see you back so soon. Understands that the tribe's mastery of... Gulp says he didn't expect to see you back so... Thinks it's great to see you out. Gulp says he didn't expect to see you back so soon. Says the Tree of Life. Gulp says he didn't expect to see you back so. Gulp says he didn't. Might as well jump in a lake. That's enough quacks to sustain the Googlide flipper with infinite ammunition. Goop says he was there when the Porky Puff took Out-of-Date's leg, so this World Eater has made it personal. After that, Out-of-Date started using his head instead of his legs and came up with the... He seems happy to talk. Says goodbye. Got your sea legs all ready. It's the Porky Puff nibbling bug. It took quite a liking to the crunchy stuff after munching down Out-of-Date's leg. Hook the boom ball and tow it beneath the puff. Unleash the quacks. Ain't that cute? A two-bit playing with quacks. Can you feel it? It's the brisk wind of change. Don't let this opportunity slide. He thanks you for dealing with another world eater. You're halfway there. Even though you're good-hearted, you shouldn't miss this opportunity to confront. Just head... Got word you found the greatest glider of all, an ark, and it's all good to go. Funny that you found an ark when you don't need to go anywhere in it. The world's still going... Proud of you for thinking about helping before escaping. Wonders if there are any open seats left in that fancy ark glider of yours.
So, what we have here is an opportunity.
Why? You don't need anyone else but yourself and me, of course, but I'm a part of you, so that doesn't count.
If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go further, go together. The only one we'd want to get away quickly from here is darkness.
But you know you can't go on without me. Even if I'm bad company, I complete you.
Feels thrilled to snag a seat in your ark. Can't wait to glide through the skies. Goop knows he's repeating himself, but can't help talking to you. Figures things must be bad if you're out in the dark like this. So, says you covered the important things already. Says he'll see you at the Ark. Just wants one last chance to say goodbye to the goo. Goop knows he's repeating himself, but can't help talking. You really need to go see. What do you think of this place? Out of Date says the time at... Lupa Lupin is still staying in the camp where he was brought. Even though darkness is a part of your nature, he suggests you try to... Lupa Lupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains. Out of Date hopes you'll find your way and the answers you were looking for once you're there. He knows he said it before, but the time has come to put an end to the Lupin's reign of terror. You should get over there, come face to face with destiny. It's going to be you. He's happy to help.